Although many people are skeptical, alien life, whether advanced or simply microbial, probably exists someplace in the space. Most scientists acknowledge that this is nearly certainly the situation. That doesn't imply that gray aliens with large brain and big face are out there abducting people, but it is nearly a statistical certainty that some type of cosmic microbe or space insect is certainly going about its business someplace in the space. Here are 10 explanations why alien life most likely exists. Number 1. First is the sufficient witness testimony. Ultimately, perhaps the most effective indication that alien life is present and has been traveling us for many years is the complete variety of recorded sightings, landings, and even alien abductions that continue to this day. These witnesses come from across the humanity, from the noticeable fraudsters looking for popularity, good fortune, or both, to those who quite certainly have a great deal to lose by stepping forward and offering up what they know, or at least think that they know. Yet again, if we were to agree with the fact that only a small percentage of the documented and recorded reports are adequate, that would nonetheless leave thousands of examples of alien existence, which in most other domains would count up as confusing evidence. When you factor in official records from governments around the world as well as the additional 10 points on our list, it is easy to see why it is possible that alien existence really is out there. Here's the footage which is recently released by CIA.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. That is an LNS, dude. Well, if there's a... Look at that thing. It's rotating.
Number 2. Is the proof found in our own history? According to those who have delved into the ancient astronaut theory, evidence that alien life exists is right there for all of us to see in the many ancient writings, scriptures, and legends of our past, as well as the many writings that appear to allude to or bluntly talk about the intervention of extraterrestrial beings. A big thrust of the ancient astronaut theory revolves around unexplained periods in human evolution. This is especially true of the missing link that saw humans develop in terms of brain power and problem-solving skills almost overnight, relatively speaking. If there is any truth to the notion that alien beings had an influence on human history, this would do more than answer the question of whether alien life exists. It would suggest a much closer relationship with our cosmic cousins than many would think even remotely possible, as well as the need to re-evaluate what we know of our own collective past. Number 3. Life is not limited to planets. Of course, it is not just planets that could host life. Many moons exhibit signs of possible life, while others might be colonized if we or alien beings develop the know-how to do so. As we discussed earlier, many moons in our solar system have already presented strong indications of geological activity, atmospheres, and even the presence of liquid water. As we push ever onward into space, we may indeed find that other moons throughout the cosmos contain more life than their host planets. Number 4. The existence of asteroids, meteoroids, and comets. It had been theorized by many fringe analysts that alien life could arrive on Earth, or any planet, by hitching a ride on the back of an asteroid, meteoroid, or comet. Those wild hypotheses were confirmed in the later years of the 20th century with important discoveries of some cosmic bodies. Most notably, a meteorite discovered in Antarctica in 1984 and later named ALH84001 after its discoverer, Alan Hills, suggested that life can be found on Mars. In 1996, ALH84001 was found to have microbial life forms embedded deep within the rock. It was the best proof yet that life, albeit only an organism or basic life form, had at one time existed on the Red Planet. Might that mean life still exists there today? Might it have progressed or advanced since then? Number 5. Probably our galaxy is unique, but not how we believe. Many critics of theories of life being found elsewhere in the universe often state that Earth is simply unique, a one-off in the depths of space. Some people believe that is correct, but not for the same reasons. Given that our solar system appears to be barren of life, especially intelligent life, except for Earth, which is a weird anomaly, perhaps this is the very uniqueness of our part of the universe. Looking at the ever-increasing discoveries of planets, many of which sit in so-called Goldilocks zones, perhaps other galaxies and solar systems are thriving with life while our own is unusual in its emptiness. Perhaps this is why we have not discovered aliens. Maybe from their point of view, they simply don't know we are here and view our solar system as a dead one of little interest to them. Or perhaps, like us, they have reason to believe that there might be life on that strange blue planet, but they simply don't have the means, knowledge, or technology to come and find out. At least, not yet. Number 6. The universe regenerates due to supernovae. When you break down the molecular structure of Earth's people, we are all made of the same molecules as the star's star children, comprised of stardust, so to speak. The stars in our universe die and form again through a continuing series of stellar explosions called supernovae. The clouds of gas and dust involved in the formation of new stars contain organic molecules, the chemical building blocks of life. These molecules are transplanted to the comets, asteroids, planets, and moons that eventually form around the stars. Although scientists had theorized that comets crashed into Earth and transferred these building blocks of life, they didn't know where the process had begun. Until now. Data from the Atacama Large Millimeter/Submillimeter Array, ALMA, the most powerful collection of radio telescopes in the world, may have given us the answer. ALMA found the chemical fingerprints of life in the interstellar gas around newly evolving stars in the constellation Ophiuchus, which is 400 light-years from Earth. This family of organic molecules is involved in the synthesis of peptides and amino acids, which, in the form of proteins, are the biological basis for life as we know it, explained Audrey Coutens at University College London. Scientists believe that ALMA's findings are similar to how life in our solar system began. If that's true, th. Number 7. The fast rise of life here on Earth. Again, in relative terms, life on Earth, particularly human life, has sprung out of nowhere quite recently. According to some researchers, this shows that such an event is not simply bizarre luck under specific one-time only conditions. Instead, it will likely be replicated throughout space. In short, our existence is nothing special, just a standard reaction to a planet's development. Again, many have suggested that perhaps life did exist on Mars long ago when it was believed to have had an atmosphere and liquid water like Earth does. Similar assertions have been made about Venus given that its terrain and size are similar to that of Earth. Perhaps life did exist on Venus until some event created a greenhouse effect, raising the temperatures and turning it into a lifeless cosmic body. Number 8. Life could be based on other elements. For the most part, mainstream science concentrates on locating life that requires the same conditions and building blocks as Earth's life forms. However, it is possible that life could exist on another planet that requires a completely different set of conditions and would truly be alien to us. Again, the possibilities are endless, but perhaps there is a being that resides in liquid or gas form. Or, if a given planet has an atmosphere comprised of hydrogen or nitrogen, for example, might its life forms mainly be based upon these elements? Or perhaps one of these elements is abundant in liquid form, and so it takes the place in alien life forms of the water in our bodies. This theory is supported in part by the increasing number of living organisms, known as extremophiles, that thrive in otherwise hostile conditions on Earth. It is not that much of a stretch of the imagination to believe that a similar organism might exist in the freezing conditions of Mars or even the hellish inferno that is Venus. In short, we may not have found alien life yet because we may not know what we are looking for. Just to take it a thought further, alien life could even exist in a form that is undetectable to us in terms of what our eyes and ears can see and hear. It really could be a case of we don't know that we don't know, but we don't know yet. Number 9. Water is everywhere, approximately speaking. If water is the key to a cosmic body being able to host life as we understand it, then that's good news for those who feel they will be vindicated in their beliefs one day. Relatively speaking, water is everywhere in the universe, although often in the form of ice. Not every time, however. There are many moons within our own solar system, to boot, that have almost definite signs of liquid water. Aside from differing views on whether liquid water is present on Mars, several moons of the gas giants Jupiter and Saturn show signs of possible liquid water. Perhaps most notably, one of Saturn's moons, Enceladus, appears to shoot huge jet streams of water vapor and ice particles into outer space from cracks in the icy surface. This also suggests significant geological activity that could provide the right conditions for life. Number 10. Again, If we were to agree that only a small percentage of the recorded and documented reports are accurate, that would still leave thousands of examples of alien life, which in most other fields would count as overwhelming evidence. When you factor in official documentation from governments around the world as well as the other 9 points on our list, it is easy to see why it is probable that alien life really is out there.